Hey, sports porchers, it's your hockey Jesus, and I'm back with Game Four's analysis of the conference finals. Well, I missed the other night, so I'm just going to give a quick analysis of the Game Fours that are going on. Seems like a year ago. Oh, by the way, thanks for hitting that button and listening to me, checking out the Hockey Jesus. If you don't know who I am your Hockey Jesus, self avowed truth taker, truth maker of all things hockey. As you can see, I'm wearing my Pittsburgh Penguins jersey, which means everything I do hockey related is going to have a slight Pittsburgh bent to it, but that's okay because Pittsburgh Penguins have been pretty successful in the NHL, and I've got a lot of experience from Mario Lemieux to Sidney Crosby. I've seen a lot of playoff hockey, so I think you're going to enjoy this. That being said, it seems like a century ago when the Dallas Stars were up 1-0, and now they're on the precipice of getting knocked out of these playoffs. That's right, 3-1. Edmonton wins last night, and boy, they Skinner just is on fire right now. I mean, he just can't not stop the puck. 4-1 win for Edmonton last night. And honestly, it was pretty close. It was 2-1 going into the third. And this is the first time that Dallas has lost in a back to back situation. So they've lost two in a row. And that's bad news for Dallas because if you look at the board behind me, you know they've played 7 games and they've played 6 games. And now it looks like they're going to have to go to 7 games to win this. And they could be gassed, honestly, when it comes down to it. Dallas could just be gassed, and Edmonton is absolutely getting to their game. And they're doing it despite being injured. Connor Brown's injured. Hyman's out for the rest of the playoffs. Sorry about that, Edmonton. That's going to hurt moving forward should you advance. But hey, you got some good skill players coming in. You know, Connor Brown was out, but Arvidsson was in for him. And they still got Jeff Skinner sitting on the bench. He's not terrible. You know, he's no Hyman, let's face it. And that means you're going to have to play Kasperi Kapanen, which seems to be your good luck charm. I mean, got an empty netter again last night. Kasperi Kapanen, formerly of Pittsburgh, you know, we cut him. St. Louis cut him. We picked him back up. We cut him again. But hey, he seems to find a home at Edmonton, and good for him. I'm happy when guys, even if they don't play well for the Penguins, I'm happy when they find a home and they can finally do it. Just like good old Rodriguez is doing for Florida. Let's jump to the East. Florida could not pull out that trophy. They lost 3-1. Now that series is. And they Carolina actually shut out Florida in the last game, 3-0. I don't know. I just think it's a temporary placeholder for now. Florida's getting healthy. Florida's getting back. Reinhart, Mikula, and Greer. They're all coming back. I don't know. I mean, maybe Carolina can make another run at it again. Maybe they can win another one. I just don't think so. I just think Florida is got it going on right now. Bob's playing great, and I just don't see a way. Just don't see a way where Carolina can get back into this thing and make a real run at it. It's tough. It's tough. But hey, here's the thing. Since every game that's going to be played now until we get to the Stanley Cup finals, it's going to be a potential raise in the trophy game. I know they don't show the trophy like they do when the Stanley Cup's there, but the way teams raise the trophy is very important. Case in point, Florida. Florida back when they first won it in 95. I've got video footage. I might show it because I think we're going to have some time in between series. They touched the cup. They touched the trophy, that Eastern Conference trophy. They loved it. They made love to it. They took it to the dressing room, and they were just kissing it. And even in 2023, when they won it again, they picked that thing up. They showed it to their fans. And both of those times, they did not win the cup. So Florida said, let's switch it up And last year, they did not touch that trophy. They stayed way far away from it. The pictures they took was like, hey, don't go near that trophy. Don't touch it. Don't do anything. They left it there right on the stand, right on the ice for everybody to see, and they win it. It's kind of important. It really is. Last year, Edmonton did not touch the cup and they lost. So I wouldn't be surprised if they take a page out of Sidney Crosby's playbook. And should they win tonight, they're not playing tonight. Should they win tomorrow night, don't be surprised to see those Edmonton Oilers, yeah, maybe give it a little bit of love. Maybe they're not going to pick it up and pass it around, but maybe they're going to take it into the locker room and say, we're touching it this time, because I can tell you that's what Sidney Crosby did in 2008. Stayed clear, far away from the puck. There's nobody more superstitious in the NHL than Sidney Crosby. I can promise you that. And the first time he was like, nope, you don't touch it, because the goal is to touch that Stanley Cup. And they didn't get to touch it. So next time around, you know what Sid said? Hey, Gino, let's take this thing into the locker room. They picked it up, took it in. We're like, let's change it up. And sure enough, it took them some time to win it in game 7, but they did beat Detroit. And Edmonton looks like you're going to be playing Florida again. So you might want to think about that should you get a chance to raise a cup. I know it's not over. I'm not putting Dallas out of it. Dallas's problem is they have to play on the road. If Dallas didn't have to play on the road and could score first period goals, they would be in this much higher and much better than Edmonton would, but they just can't seem to win on the road, and they can't seem to get that first goal. So keys to the game tonight is for Carolina, get the first goal. Get it. Keep that lead. Something about Carolina, the way they play with the lead is so much better. Their system works so much better. When they got to come from behind, they just don't have it in them. And tomorrow night, Dallas, get a first period goal. Can you do it? Can you get a first period goal? It'll be the first one in all the playoffs if you get one. I think if they can get to their game and they can get into Skinner's head again, I think they got a chance. And they're pretty good at home. Dallas has only really lost that one game at home, and that was a really close game, that game 1. So, hey, that's all I got for you tonight. Actually, I got one more thing, and this is a Pittsburgh thing. So if you fans want to get ready and watch your pregame, get to the NHL, feel free. For you Penguins fans out there, hold on. I've got a picture that I need to show you guys. There's was this coach in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'm just going to show it right now. His name was Mike Sullivan. He put up this billboard. Class act, Mike Sullivan. Says, thank you, Pittsburgh. Cup families are forever. And you know what? Nothing could be further than the truth. When you win a cup, whether you keep that coach or the coach goes away, I can tell you that Cup families are forever. So Sullivan, we knew you were a class act, but we can't like you anymore now that you're the Rangers coach. Also, Sully, could you tell us, are you going to give us that draft pick? We need to know. We got to start prepping for the draft. It's right around the corner too. So thank you, Sully. We do agree. Cup families are forever immortalized on that Stanley Cup with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm out of here. You enjoy the hockey tonight, and I'll be back. Maybe talking about some Stanley Cup finals.